little countries, they're not little now. Like the scripture says, they're gonna turn their back on you. So, but why I say this is, India is a big ass fucking country. That land area is fucking huge, and Britain is not a big land mass.
Crazy, huh?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But let me explain it to you. Esau's blessing is the gun, is the sword, right? So it doesn't matter how many Edomites there are. His blessing came straight from the Lord. So he's going to be able to conquer and not be conquered for a while, right? So now Britain is a very small place, and there's not a lot of British white people. Even if there is, and even if they're, let's say the last ones that are left are the ones that are rich off of this slave trade that they did, because they called everybody slaves, Hindus, everybody. And I was watching this movie named Kasari, and it was about the Sikh warrior that him and his 21 crew fought against 1,000 Afghans. Now we know the Afghan people are sick by nature.
They like the dancing dudes.
Like the dancing dudes, they're perverts.
Those are the ones that the U.S. military, they save a bullet. If they get captured, save a bullet so they could, because
No shit.
motherfuckers are tortured,
No shit. Right? And it's disgusting what they do.
Yeah.
So they deserve to die. Yeah, they deserve to die. So let's get First Timothy. No, First Timothy 6:3. So, and it's to say, those 21 words knew that, and they were like,
There's 20 of them?
yeah, there's 21 of them. But the reason why I say that is because everybody in the whole world has something in common, and that's the hatred for Jews. So,
Yeah, it is. Man, they're just talking about India can't even have a soccer team. And the motherfuckers like what, like 1 billion, almost 1 billion? Big ass last match that they can't even afford a soccer team or something, man.
if there's 9 billion people on the planet, they're 1/9, or like whatever that math is. They're a huge part of the population.
Yeah. No, they are. Yeah.
China's the second biggest part of the population.
Yeah.
And in Esau, you're last. Just get First Timothy 6:3.
First Timothy 6:3, it says, "If any man teach otherwise and consent not to the wholesome words, even the words of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, and to the doctrine which is according to godliness."
Yeah, promote a good life, right? That's what it says in the NLT. And it says a godly life. So yeah, you can put people in slavery, but you have to release them after a while.
Yeah, it's part of the law. Well, Hebrew, you know. Yeah.
And then you're supposed to ask them, hey, do you want your freedom or do you want to keep working?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. And then the thing is too is you can't just send them out by him like with nothing. You gotta give them something. Yeah, you gotta give them something though.
That's why. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say yeah. So that's righteousness, man. If you got a servant though, and he's been serving you for what is it, 6-7 years? He's a good servant though. You're gonna be just like for example, Esau. You worked for a company for 20 years, and they fucking fire you for something super simple, man. They don't give a fuck the time you put in for the company, man. They just look at you as just another employee though.
That's slave.
Yeah. But with the Hebrew, he gets a woman, gets a family though. Hey man, set them off good though.
Yeah, because they help you build up your region, right? And part of that thinking was back in the day to let the slave go is because once you have a slave and they build you up, they built themselves up too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So they're gonna compete with you. So you send them off.
Yeah. Because that's created like when I said dynasty, but you created something that
And that's real smart, right? That's real smart. But what does Esau do? How many fucking Burger Kings or McDonald's or fucking Popeyes or whatever restaurants are in one fucking town?
Yeah.
There's so many Dutch bros around here, bro. It's fucking sick.
Yeah. They built. There was one right here.
Yeah.
Down the street. Yeah.
Motherfucker, there's already one in this area. Not only one. There's three. There's two in fucking over here in Hereford.
Oh yeah. There is.
They
Yeah.
got two here.
And they just barely built because I seen it the second Starbucks here in town
Nobody wants that
on
shit.
Bush Street. Yeah, and it's like no one even goes. They're used to the one by Fast Strip right here.
They want that fucking Dutch bros, bro. You cannot compete with Dutch bros.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Yeah.
And that's a good example. Dutch bros and Starbucks. Let's say Starbucks was first, and they hired someone, and that dude was the one that invented Dutch bros. So he was like, man, I'm working for Starbucks all this time. They get to take these videos down because I'm using those too. Oh, yeah, I've been working for Starbucks all this time. I know how to make all this shit.
Yeah.
And then he opens up his Dutch bros. Now you got competition. That's why in slavery, you would send off your and righteous. You know, it says right here.
Yeah.
Righteous teaching. We promote the righteous teachings. So yeah, you have slaves to help you build up your empire, but then they're gonna have substance yourself if you're righteous, because the righteous slave owner has to pay his fucking slave. There ain't no way they're just gonna work for free.
Yeah, because there's a patient that I was picking up right here. He was telling me that there's like a ranch. I don't know where out there by Stratford though, but this guy, the supervisor, he'll take care of them though. You know, like he'll like if it was a day that it was because it rained though, he'll still pay them for the day. Like if they work though, they worked for this guy for more than 10 years though, man. Happy though. You know what I mean? A happy servant will stay longer. That's even going to a job though, man. You working at his job though, and you're good though, and he's treating you good and everything, you're gonna stay with him. Yeah. But if you're at a job where manager is bad, you're busting your ass, manager is bad though, and they still tell you shit, and you're like, man, what the fuck am I gonna stay here for? You know?
That goes into lesson because you're supposed to pay your workers. Right? What kind of slave master has slaves that's fucking made? Your other slave master friends are gonna be like. And just to give you a good example, when that bitch Beersheba went to Jerusalem to go talk to Solomon, she thought a fucking regular motherfucker was Solomon.
The doorman.
Oh, Solomon, you're here to greet me. No, man, I'm just a doorman.
Yeah.
And that's what happens to Jake. That's what happens to all of us. People think I'm a doctor. I don't know, I'm just a caregiver right now. But I'm gonna be a CN. And I'm gonna be a LVN, RN. But they see me already fucking being that top dog because that's the way Jake goes, baby. So this bitch was like, oh man, Solomon's out here? It's fine. And it was just a regular ass Jake. It's fine. Ooh, I'm glad to see you. She said something crazy too.
Yeah, she must have. Yeah.
And then this homie was like, what the fuck? And then I bet you everybody was laughing. No, man, I'm just a doorman. It's just how Israel rolls, right? That's how Yahweh Shemi Shai wants his folks to be. Ain't no fucking way he's gonna want to have a servant that's a bum. And you know, I'm not saying anything if you don't have a job. If you don't have a job, you don't have a job.
Because we've been there, man. Yeah, we've been there. Yeah, so we understand though.
You'll get one.
Yeah, and I'm happy for this brother though. You know,
I got 2 jobs now.
Yeah, I'm happy for this brother because this brother went through the rough, man, for like a year. I believe, right? A year.
Yes, sir.
A year. I went through it for like just the little bit 7-8 months though. So I know how it feels, man. So, like I said, we're supposed to rise up our people, man. You know what I mean? Supposed to though, especially in the brotherhood, man. Especially that's why it's a commandment though. Yahweh says it's a commandment, to love your brother though, man. And the thing about it though is, but we don't give a fuck about you 2/3, man. But at the same time, though, we know where it's at now. Being in the truth though, we know where it's at though. This brother's happy, I'm happy though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the dynamics change.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Everything changes. So let's get Isaiah 48:10, and everything changes for a positive. You see how? Because Solomon was already inside the temple on him, and he knew that she was coming, and they all must have had a good laugh.
Yeah, people that around there. Yeah.
Because not only that, let's think about this. He's the doorman, the first person she's seen at the door. Once she went in there, the whole nation of Israel was decked out.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
And then she said that too. She said something. Oh man, look at this. Or she was amazed by how he treated his people.
Exactly, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You didn't treat them like shit, man.
Because in the nation of Israel, And that's the most important part. Even though we're being prophets right now, we're high up there. We're all gonna get a piece of that kingdom.
That penny though, that penny, you know.
We're all gonna get that kingdom, and everybody look at when you get a piece of that kingdom, it's gonna feel like this. Imagine yourself. You're working hard. You're digging for a well. Bang, you hit something. You uncover it. It's a big giant boulder the size of your backpack. It's fucking gold.
You're gonna be like, damn, man.
You're gonna be happy, but nobody's around, so you and except your slaves, they're gonna be happy for you because they're gonna get a promotion. Or if they're wicked slaves, they're gonna be like, let's kill this motherfucker and take that.
That didn't Esau do that shit to I think it was the I don't know if it was Moabites or them you know the groups out there in the islands though. They found like a diamond or some shit though. They found something right, and they went back to report it though, and these motherfuckers killed all of them and shit and kept the diamonds and shit, man. See, you can't, you know, yeah, I think it was some Moabites or something though, you know. But that's the type of shit that Esau does, man.
And they're gonna get back at you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The
Well,
whole
that's why I said
world's
watch
gonna,
pop.
yeah, the whole world's gonna get back at you.
Yeah.
And guess what? I'm not gonna feel bad for you when I get back at you. I'm gonna let all the nations get at you.
Definitely though, yeah, yeah, yeah. Because man, everybody's on Esau's neck right now, man. Everybody, even here, man, even here in America, man. Everyone's on Esau's neck though, man. Because they you know they got that thing going with the finding out the truth more and more of that kid Nolan. That when they found the Jake they found dead in the island, yeah, they're saying too now it's because he was getting all the Edomite women though, man.
Remember what I said? It's penis.
Yeah,
Always
you said
about
last time.
penis.
Yeah. They now they're saying it was more like because he was getting all the Edomite chicks though, that Edomites were hating on him.
And that's true.
And I believe it. I believe it.
Because you know what I see? Let's say, and it's my neighbors too. She's a little husky bitch, but when she's outside with her husband and I'm outside, she's always looking at me.
You're like this
Like,
good.
like and I already know. But I don't. But guess what? It's not intriguing to me. You know why? Because not only is that a sin, she doesn't look at it. But what I'm trying to say is that's how Edomites. They're catching the curses now.
Yeah. Which that says in Deuteronomy too, though. You know,
Just get Isaiah 48 and 10.
Isaiah 48 and 10 it says, "Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction."
And see, all we're talking about is what we're talking about: affliction.
Affliction.
Because that word affliction, you know, I'm gonna look it up in my little dictionary.
And you know, Esau can't take affliction.
Mm-hmm.
Esau, man, now they're complaining and shit though, man, that it's hard out here for jobs though. They can't find jobs, or you know what I mean, like they just complaining. You know what I mean, that the food, you know, prices are going up and shit though. So I'll be like, well, welcome to being an Israelite, nigga.
Welcome to our world.
Welcome to our world, because we've been going through that, man. You motherfuckers catch a little hound. Look how you guys act though. Want to go to the internet and complain?
Jumping out of buildings.
Yeah, you guys are bitches,
Jumping
man.
out of fucking buildings. That's how you are. But guess what? The word affliction, according to Google AI, affliction is a noun that refers to a state of pain, distress, or grief, or anything that causes it, such as disease, illness, or misfortune. And who's the most misfortunate people in the world? It is what it is.
Yep.
Now, let's go back to the good old word. The good word. Because in Isaiah it said, and this is a word that was told to Isaiah because it was the Lord telling him, "Behold, I have refined thee." Now, that means that through all your fucking troubles, because what happens when you lift weights? Oh, then you feel sore. Well, your muscles are just been torn, right? They have been torn. And what is the best builder for it? Rest. Recovery is the best builder for muscles. So when what you're trying to do right now is rest. Rest in your mind, not anywhere else, because you still got to work. But be assured in your mind that that's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to go through all these fucking troubles, man. Losing your job, losing your woman, thinking that you don't have enough time, saying stuff like, "Oh man, where did the day go?"
Yeah.
Missing a whole fucking meal. Not remembering if you ate or not that day.
Damn, that's tough, man. Yep.
Having a bladder infection. Going to work while you're having a bladder infection. See, it's a big struggle, and then Jake is like tough, man. Jake is tough. We're the ones that keep going. And Zechariah 13 and 9, I'll read it. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh Bashmi Shai is my power. And that's the whole purpose of affliction. Remember I told you when I was on that trampoline, the first thing I called on when I hurt my knee? Yahweh Bashmi Shai. And then Conroy McGregor did the same fucking thing.
Oh yeah.
Look, but he didn't get healed.
No, he didn't though. I think shit was already fucked up, right? I think right.
His shit was already fucked up. What?
Because you see how he like he was going like yeah, he just looked off though. You know, all this guy's shit was probably already fucked up already though. You know. And he still tried to kick.
Still tried to do that fucking on his injured leg.
Yeah. What a fucking idiot, man. And all the people were pumped to see that fight. And look, it ended less than fucking probably 30 like a minute or so.
Yeah.
They didn't go even past the first round.
I watched that fucking whole fucking fight card.
Yeah.
And then I went to go get a fucking fountain drink right before that main event. And when I came back, not even a minute later, the fight was over.
Yeah. It was fast. Yeah.
But the thing is, it's a two-sided coin. Yeah, he was stupid for doing that as a fighter and as a warrior, as a man. But as a businessman, he made $29 million
one night. And you know what? It was crazy because I was talking to some yesterday. I was like, which Terrence Crawford, he had a point. He said, because if you know Terrence Crawford, he's one of the best boxers nowadays, these days, man. He said that he does boxing because if you think about it, it's like these people that go into sports like basketball, play basketball, football, they do contracts though, right? For they gotta, it is a lot of money, right? But they gotta be in the team for 5 years, do contracts for 5 years. And he's like, with us boxing though, shit, we just fight for one night and we get paid though. And we don't gotta be slaving it though for 4 or 5 years though. And while these other people that play basketball, football, they gotta keep working out and be in a team, gotta play all these games and all that shit. And he's like, us boxers, we just gotta fight one out and that's it, and get paid out.
You know, rest.
Yeah, and they get to chill throughout the whole year, you know? So that's what I'm saying though. So things like that though, man, makes you wonder, like, man, like, shit, you know? Because even these people, because there was that basketball, Jimmy Butler.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, oh no, well, yeah, he used to be though, but he's like in these different teams now. Like when he played, but he played with the Wolves, right? And the way his contract was, like, like I see he signed though and everything though, but it was just a fucked up deal. So he just started fucking off though and not giving a shit though. So eventually he got drafted to another team, but he did it on purpose because he signed a shitty contract with them.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
You know what I'm saying though? But even at least with boxing though, it's like if you fight, you still get some money though.
So that's a good thing because people everywhere are noticing. There's boxers that have the names Yahweh Bashim Shai on their trunks.
Yeah.
They have fringes. MMA fighters. There's not nobody in the whole goddamn planet that doesn't know who the real Israelites are.
Yeah. Now people know. People know, man.
And it's important because you get Ephesians 6 and 13.
Can I get this real quick?
Oh, perfect.
Sirach, book of Sirach 2 and 5, it says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. See, acceptable man. You know, this goes to show that it's not for everybody though, man. Only the righteous, the real men are gonna be able to go through the adversity though, man.
Yeah, just think about when you're trying out for a basketball team. There's cuts every week.
Yeah.
There's people that go in there that've been playing basketball on like Little League and
they got the summer league right now.
Yeah, the summer league.
Yeah, they got the summer league going on.
And then there's people that played on the school team but not on the league. And then there's people that played at Reese's but not on the team and not in the league. So there's 3 levels. Motherfuckers that play on the basketball court on reasons think that they can, they'll try out, and they'll get cut. And even the guys that are on the school team will get cut. But the guys that were on the school team and did the extra league, the ones that worked really hard, they'll be on the team.
Yep. Yeah, that's how it is though. Yeah, because they got camps though for these teams though, you know.
And if you got a dad or a mom that was a basketball player and she's a coach, now you definitely have no excuse.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So we are the superstars of suffering. You know,
that's a lesson right there. That's a lesson right there. Superstars
How
of suffering.
can you go through slavery and not? How can you be? Look at, and Mexico was the first country to have an indigenous president, Benito Juarez, and a black president, El Guerrero.
Yeah.
And
I think they got a statue of him still.
And he fucking ended slavery in Mexico. He said, "Fuck this shit. Fuck this. That is real democracy. If democracy is real, that is it. Not here.
No, I don't.
You gotta be fucking crazy
Exactly.
to think that this place, America, is suitable for a free man. Look, you see how that white girl just looked over here? She looked directly at me, and I already know what she's thinking. You know, but that's that. And then if that guy in the truck is a white man, he'd probably get out and shoot me. Because he might have seen it, and he's gonna start a fight with this woman. See, that's how it happens for us. I see you looking at that.
Yeah. I see you what the hell are you looking at them for?
And the worst part about that is that young man Nolan. Man, he had to be an example. And remember, an example is something that everybody gets to see.
Yeah, like Emmett Till. Emmett Till back then was an example.
And who knows, he might have been Emmett Till in the reincarnation.
Yeah, I was gonna say reincarnation though. Yeah, because the way they said, I seen another video that there was some like they look like RNs too, you know, and they knew the person that moved his body though. They said they had him face down.
Oh.
And the thing is though, they transported him, but she said that the way he looked though, like he got beat though, like it was he got beat though by something though, you know. And this person that transporter, like I said, he took a picture and his name said it right there, you know. So it wasn't fake though. And they're like, you know, and so the RNs though, they knew the transporter though that was transporting his body though. So they're like, and he spilled everything though, you know.
Yeah, because you're gonna pick up that person and they're not gonna be stiff.
Yeah.
Gonna be all.
Yeah.
So let's say you put your hand on their spine to lift them up, and then you notice, what the fuck? It's like jelly.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because what happens when they do this with you, Jake. When you take your baby to the doctor, they do things with their legs to make sure that there's no fucking sexual abuse going on and that you don't know it. They'll do tests like that.
Yeah.
They'll make sure they'll move their arms. They'll ask them, and now they ask them in front of you, "Do you feel safe at home?"
Yeah, they do shit like that. Yeah, because I remember when my woman gave birth to my first child though, I had to go, right? I had to go and I left though. So the nurses had to ask my woman, are you not getting beat by him or something? You know what I mean? Like you're not in an abusive relationship though. And she's like, no, what the hell, you know? She's like, oh, these are the questions you gotta ask though. Like, bitch, what the fuck? The bitch doesn't. Right. She look like she had a fucking black eye, but I guess it's protocol.
Protocol. Now, if there's protocols in place, Mr. Nolan should have been a murder. What did they say it was? It was because they're always gonna say it was self-inflicted.
Yeah, some shit like that. Like man. Bullshit.
What the fuck? And then because if the hospital there is taking it, and all the practitioners there are making notes, which they do, they have to make notes. There's fucking evidence.
Yep.
So this country is racist.
Oh yeah.
Because they're saying that no, these white kids didn't do that.
And then one of their mom's the judge.
Mm-hmm.
Well, imagine that.
And you see, everything's falling into place now. Everything makes sense now. There ain't nobody coming up talking about we're racist or we're full of hate. No, they're all coming up and actually they're not even coming up if they think that.
Because they fucking know, man.
Because they fucking know.
They fucking know, man.
We're not even fucking yelling anymore, which is a good thing, right? Because I still see, I still watch GMS, and they're still going hard on Edomites. Now, the reason why we don't go hard on Edomites is because they're already catching it. And what we're doing right now is basically telling everybody, you see what's happening? We told you.
Told you so. Yeah, told you so.
So the most important thing is to have that armor on. So let's get Ephesians 6 and 13. And
Ephesians 6 and
yeah, go ahead.
6 and 13, it says, "Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand."
See? So in the NLT it says, then after the battle you will be standing firm. Right? Because it's a battle. Why would you need armor? Why would you need armor? You see, the more you read, the more you learn. But let's help you get this understanding. So you need armor because it said here, so you will be able to resist the enemy in the time of evil, right? Evil day. In that day. What day? Now.
And it says the whole armor. It didn't say part of it.
So let's talk about the whole armor. Well, right now I'm playing a video game called Mega Man X. And I have a cheat code, right? I do the glitch code. So you get all the powers in the beginning, but then you still have to find the armor. You have to find the helmet, and the helmet helps you break stuff. You have to find the X-Buster, and that helps you kill your enemies faster.
Is it the blue armor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then you have to get the blue armor, and that reduces your damage by 50%. And then you have to get the fucking leg, and that helps you dash. Now you're ready to fight these fucking big enemies.
Yeah.
You see? Nothing's new. Everything has a fucking beginning, and they change the story. So who's Mega Man? Us.
Yeah.
We're us. And Dr. Sigma, that's the Edomite. That's Satan.
Shit, even with that show Sonic, the fucking what's his name? Eggman. That's fucking Edomite with the technology. And then we're Sonic though. We're the ones that have this of natural abilities though. Run fast. There's one that runs fast. There's that other one, Knuckles, fucking powerful with his punch though. So we got the strength. Yeah. The one that flies. Yeah. So we are the
We're all the
yeah, we're all superheroes. And you know, Esau's the Eggman with this technology.
How does it always happen that the enemy of the superhero always using technology?
Yeah, always
using technology. Yep. Because Esau uses technology. Right? Let's get Ephesians 6 and 11.
Ephesians 6 and 11, it says, "Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil."
And the wiles are his strategies.
His tricks. His tricks, yeah.
The tricks are for kids, Esau. We see through your shit. Now everybody sees through your shit. Because one of his tricks is he did it. What was Trump saying? All Mexicans are rapists. They're terrorists.
They're drug dealers.
But he's the motherfucker that fits all those descriptions. He's a terrorist because he's allowing fucking Israel to do whatever they're doing. He's funding them.
Yeah, and then now Persians, man, they got. Yeah, I don't know. You saw a big picture of him painted on the wall, and they're just spitting like. They said you know, they're saying, you know what I mean, to this guy, man.
Tired.
Yeah.
And if you don't believe me, look at Albania. Albania is a little country above Greece and Italy in the little mountains. And Dan Aykroyd's Albanian, Jim Belushi's Albanian, just so you can see what kind of people are Albanian.
Those guys are Jakes, though, huh?
They're Jakes.
They gotta be Jakes.
They're Jakes. They're so fucking cool.
Yeah, because even the brother that died, what's his name? James. Then he has the brothers. No, it was James. They made the Blue Brothers.
Yeah, the Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
But if you know what I'm trying to say, right? Those people are uprising against the Trumps because the Trumps are trying to buy their fucking coastal land and their islands.
Oh, no shit. Oh, man.
They're saying fuck no. They're burning up all their tractors, all their supplies, beating up all the people that work for them. So the whole world's tired. This is the end for you, Esau. But it's perfect because right here, our best friend Paul is trying to warn us. He said, "Put on all of God's armor, because you won't be able to beat anybody with just a helmet. You won't be able to beat anybody with just a shield. You won't be able to beat anybody with just the armor. You won't be able to beat anybody with just the shin guards or the feet boots. You need the whole motherfucker."
Yeah, you need it.
It's like Voltron, baby. You know, you need all those lines. Even fucking Power Rangers, you need all those fucking Megazords and whatever there are.
Yeah, because when they get their, they become this big one robot.
And when they become one big robot, what happens? They ain't getting touched.
Yep.
The movies, the show's over.
Yeah, and it always happens like that. At the end, they become that big robot though, and then they just start fighting against the the creature or whatever.
But
It always ends like that.
just imagine all those things we see on TV, all those shows we watch, they're fucking based on reality.
Yeah. Based on the scriptures though, man. Yeah.
So,
Sonic and Mega Man, all of them.
You know what the most amazing thing I ever seen? I seen a fucking Jake, this little black dude, do a Naruto wall run in high school on a fucking short. First time he did it, he fell, ate shit, and they were all laughing at him. But he fucking didn't give a fuck. He thought he was Naruto. To him, he is Naruto.
Oh yeah.
But the Lord said, "Okay, check this out. You laughing at my boy? That motherfucker ran all fucking way from this wall to the corner, and he just fucking did it because Jake has special abilities. Okay, so if you're sad and concerned that the world's gonna end for you, maybe it should end for you because you haven't done anything good.
Yeah.
Like, what is the purpose of you being alive if you haven't done anything good? You haven't told anybody about the Lord. You haven't told anybody about the Israelites. You haven't told anybody about the name. How about Shem El Shad? You haven't told anybody anything.
Like, what the fuck are you doing, man, with your time? Because we're in a time of grace right now, though, So you see everything that's going on right now, though, and then get off the couch and not do shit, though, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, like you gotta warn the people, man.
Like,
warn the elect, though, but
warn anybody, like, because the scripture says, answer every man's question.
Yeah.
And I know you guys seen that people walking on the street. If they come up here and ask, yes, we're gonna tell them.
Yeah.
And now our great leader, Apostle Sahar, he made a good point. I was watching the down from last 7-Eleven last week, or maybe it was this week. But he said something important, and it went like this: when somebody's asking you, "What about this? What about that?" and you're saying, "The Lord said," you should be saying, "Yeah, the Lord said, but I also agree with the Lord. I'm saying it too."
Yeah. I think it was last week.
Last week. Yeah, I'm saying it too. I'm saying that white man is Esau, that Edomite, the devil. I'm saying it too.
Yeah, because you agree upon what the Bible says, though. You agree upon it, though. And then the thing is, though, like you say, you break down the scriptures, though, and it all makes sense of the world, though. It does, though. Someone breaks it down to you, you know what I mean? Like, you understand it, like, oh, yeah. Like I said, making a lesson about who the Edomites, the true Edomites are, is easy. That's the low part. But to someone that's coming into the truth, though, that may be hard, though, to understand, though, and get it, though. But then you start realizing, like, oh, shit, nah, you know what? It's true, though. And that's what the scripture says about this and that. Oh, shit, that makes sense, Job 9:24.
And when a young brother comes in, no matter what age he is, he could be a fucking 7-year-old dude. He's a baby still. He's a baby when he comes into the truth.
Yeah.
You gotta treat him like a baby, and Esau treats babies like sex toys. You can't be like Esau.
And you cannot say that we're making that up because you know damn well that's fucking true, man.
And you ain't gonna take down my shit because you know it's fucking legit.
It's the truth, though. It's the fucking truth, though, man.
Everybody knows that.
You go on Google and shit and say what ranks at the top, PDF files, though. You know who's gonna come out.
You can't get around it.
Yeah. Every time you see some weird ass case, I just seen last week though that a woman caught her husband, which you Edomite, fucking their fucking family dog. You call the cops on that fool though, man. You got arrested for that.
Now that's disgusting. You know what Jake gets caught doing? Fucking his wife's sister.
Yeah, some shit like, you know what I mean?
Or the mom. I mean, we're in a place where things aren't the same with you people. Things are not the same with you people. There's a term for you. It's called sun dodgers. Like you'll get out of the sun real quick. Like I'm in the sun right now and it feels good. It's early morning sun. It feels good. But there's a thing where you'll get in the sun and you start fucking getting dizzy,
Red.
overheating,
Yeah.
start panting like a dog. I mean, I'm serious, bro.
Yeah.
And that's fucking terrible. But guess what? That's a lesson for you, Jakes. Only Edomites get like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you know these people get like that. I don't know why you saying not don't. Because you saying like they're transparent. The fucking you touch their fucking skin though, that shit turns red though. You see the blood, man. Like
And they get cut easy.
yeah.
It's just if a water falls on them, like they'll get sick. They'll get oh man, it hurts them because their hair doesn't protect them.
Yeah, and they're thin. Their hair's so thin that you know what I mean. They get
It's like
sunburn.
It's like if you like the mine's a little. Look, I'm balding, but my shit is bouncy. Water falls on it, it's not gonna touch my skull. It's gonna
go down.
It's gonna go down. And I think that's why the Lord made us different. You know, I think that, like Sar said, do you think that? Do you believe it? Of course I believe it.
There's a difference.
There's a big
we see
difference.
it. We feel it. You know.
If you don't think there's a big difference, then why is everybody trying to be black or Mexican?
Exactly though. They're trying to be us though, man. You know.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Why you think these Edomites gonna try to get the suntan?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying though. But then you Jakes want to fucking lighten up your skin though.
Yeah, and then they see the whole world's fucked up. These Edomites are trying to get darker, and these Jakes are trying to get lighter.
Yeah.
Edomite will have a tan and a spray can. Be like, I ain't going out no sun. He will come out orange as fuck, like looking like a fucking carrot, and have a big smile on his face because he feels like proud of his brother. But now I'm noticing that there's fucking people that are white people, like Albanians, Irish people, some Americans, Spaniards, some Spaniards, like the Italians for sure, with fucking swag.
Oh yeah, definitely though. Yeah.
I remember we were preaching in Hanford, and this I thought he was a white boy. He was an Italian guy. He started rapping Bible verses.
Yeah, he did though. Yeah, I remember that though. He's talking about something with David swords and all that. Yeah.
But you see, I opened his mind because he didn't even know about the book of Hebrews.
Yeah.
He was like, the book of what?
What? Yeah.
I'm gonna base it. Remember that one? That there's a meme, or there's a short where this guy's asking this one Beetlejuice.
Yeah. The little Jacob smile. Yeah.
She's asking him, "Are you a patient?" And this bitch didn't hear her right. She's all, "What? Is I'm gonna base it?" That's what happens when you're not paying attention to the whole picture.
Because like you say, that dude, you say he's a Jake though. He could know all that, talk about things like that. But it's like you don't know if there's a book of Hebrews in the Bible. But here you are talking about David's swords and all this other stuff though.
You don't know what the message is for.
You don't know even It's like, oh yeah, you must have busted a cool freestyle, but at the same time you don't know nothing.
And I opened his mind. I helped him see things, and who knows where he's at now. I know he's probably still rapping, but his mind changed. Everybody that comes up here, their mind changes. Don't act like it doesn't.
Oh, like that Jake too that came over here, right? With you, because he said he was into music too, right? Yeah. So I mean, you gave him your information. I mean, Jake has it. So just now, based on the Lord wants to deal with him right now, But he got the message.
I hope he does.
Yeah, because he got the message though. And that day, brother came out. You told him you came out for him.
Yeah, because I could have stayed home and played video games still.
Yeah.
I was trying to be done.
But he came out. Brother came out, for him though, specifically for that day though,
And if you people don't believe that, that's fine. I'm not trying to prove anything. I know that I have a connection with the Holy Spirit. I know I have a connection with the Habashim Yoshai. I know I have. Because he was here, like, basically waiting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
Yeah. As soon as I started camp, he was right there in his car. Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, okay.
I'm preaching the word.
Oh, yeah, because you were setting up, huh? Yeah.
I was ready setting up. He was waiting for me.
And he stayed the whole camp.
He stayed the whole camp.
Yeah.
So why don't you put that together? And to make you even more scared, why don't you put these two things together? The Jakes, they have those extra abilities. They're going to get heightened. They're going to get better at what they do.
Oh, yeah.
So when you see, and it always happens with Mexicans and blacks. When you Mexicans, I'm talking to you. If you see a black person or Jake, and you're jealous, just try to forget about it. Try to be his friend. Just try to understand that that's the way he is. He's not trying to be like that. That's just the way he is. But you have a certain way that you are, and those same brothers, Jake, they are jealous of you. And, it's a back and forth situation. Why and how do I know this? Lowriders. Who started it? We did. Who has better fucking shit now? Jake.
Yeah. Even from the style of the those shirts though, the cholo
Same
things,
fucking shit. You can't tell the difference.
even that rapper YG will tell you though, you know.
Yeah. Even the Cubans, they dress like us too.
Oh, the Cubanos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Cypress Hill, they're Cuban.
Yeah.
You couldn't even tell.
Yeah. And then that guy was a blood. Then he got shot or something like that, so he just focused on music though. But see, he was in a black gang. But this guy was what you want to say Hispanic though, you know, and he was smart because he said, "Do not put me." He didn't want to be put in that Chicano box though. He's like, "I'm just making music for everybody," and because of that though, they didn't put him in a Chicano box though. But you see these other rappers though that are from the South though, they put them in a Chicano box though, and they don't really grow as much though, you know, because they put them in this box though. So they wonder why and this and that though, but it's like, you know, they put you in that box though. So that's the thing about it though, man. Because music, you know how they say music is universal, you know?
Yeah.
And it really is though, you know? But nowadays, like I say, you see Jake though, you know, Mexicans with blacks though in LA, they're like make music together and all this other shit though, man.
Right.
But those are our brothers though, at the end of the day, even if it's like on the left hand side though, they're still our brothers though, man. You know, there's fucking Mexicans and black gangs. There's black, so-called black though, and Mexican gangs and shit.
That's right.
You don't see like their connection though, and there's a over there in Kalinga. There's Jake though, right? There's Jake though, man. He's a year older than me, a couple years older than me though, but this guy was in a Mexican gang. He was a bulldog, right? You know, if you don't know this alley, there's a gang around here, right? This guy was a bulldog, right? And he was telling me this story though, right? And I got love for this Jake, man, because this Jake will back me up to the fullest though, right? So he said that, you know what I mean, he was riding his bike though, and some the red team, right? They're like, hey, isn't that the N word that's a bulldog? And he's like, look, and he turned around, he went back though, and he said he beat the shit out of them, right? And he said, well, offend me more. First of all, they call me the N word. He's they disrespected me. All right, you know, I'll say what's up though. But he's like, I went back though because they said the N word though, you know. But the thing about it though is that he's like in the Mexican gang though. But in this chick, he still kicks it with them to this day, you know. But he's cool people though. But you know, but anyway, like I said, we're brothers, man.
Yeah.
I see him as a brother. He sees me. He says, "What's up?" You know, he's cool, man.
Now the only bad thing is generation before me. Let's say my dad. I mean, he doesn't have anything against Jake, and the reason why is because he knows too. Like he knows Jake. He knows there's black folks in Mexico. He knows.
Yeah, Veracruz, Oaxaca.
Oh shit! And then there's a quarter with Celia Cruz on it.
Oh yeah.
It says it was made in 2024. It says azúcar.
Yeah.
Hey man,
you would think she's Jake woman. No, she's Jake though, but she's from she's Cubana or Cubana, no?
Oh, yeah. Oh, and Puerto Ricans. Yeah, Puerto Ricans. Guess what? Guess who started breakdancing?
Yeah.
Guess who took on breakdancing? As soon as Jake and Puerto Rico, Jake and Ephraim started breakdancing, the whole world started breakdancing.
Yeah, the whole world started breakdancing.
The whole world.
Even on the, we're on the West Coast, but in the East Coast, damn, they got the connection too. As so-called Mexicans and blacks over here, we got the connection. They got it over there too, and in Texas too, they got that connection too.
And then breakdancing was a part of the Olympics. Motherfuckers got gold for spinning on their head. Man, that was when I was breakdancing. That was the goal. To go to some place and show off the skills.
Yeah.
So that you get noticed. But guess what? This is the most important skills. Can we get Psalm 66 and 20? Because all these things that we're talking about are called blessings.
Exactly. Yeah.
Blessings.
He says 66 and what?
And 20. So, Jake goes to the gym. and there's a bunch of white women there, of course they're looking at him. Jake has a better definition of muscles.
Tall, Jakey tall.
Hmm.
That, you know,
But you have your gifts too. You should focus on that. Focus on your gifts. What are your gifts? So, what's my gift? Well, I can make girls laugh. Any girl laugh, you know? And it's called dad jokes. And I don't know if you people know this, but yeah,
Jake right there. He stands out. Like,
yeah.
I literally wasn't even trying to. Just corner of my eye. Come on, corner of my eye.
And he's wearing his pajamas. He could probably pick up a doctor picture right now.
Exactly. So he's tall.
You know, I'm not jealous of that.
No.
But you know what? Some of you devils are.
Exactly. Like that kid knows.
Man, that's so fucking fucked up. But it has to happen so that you can see.
Exactly. Yeah. Psalm 66 and 20 it says, "Blessed be God, which hath not turned away my prayer, nor his mercy from me."
Man, you see, even though that happened to Nolan and it happens to Emmett Till and it happens to everybody, it's not happening to all of us.
What's the robes?
What's up?
What's with the robes?
These are
Garments.
Yeah. What are you guys doing?
Preaching the word.
Preaching the
Oh,
word.
badass. That's great. Curious. I was like, okay.
That's all good. All right, take it easy. You too.
And you see, we answer these questions.
You mean he look like a so-called Edomite, but I mean we ain't gonna yell at him, you know?
I'm not in the yelling mood.
Yeah.
But what's going on right now is we're talking about the blessings, right?
Yep.
We're talking about the blessings. I'm like Max Holloway said, I'm too blessed, baby. If that dude's fucking everybody up.
Yeah, he's badass. He's a Jake. He has to be a Jake.
He
Man.
has to be a fucking Jake.
Yeah, the way he is, has to be a Jake.
There's no fucking way that he can be. Oh, in Hawaii, all over the world, there was a import of Native Americans, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
There was Puerto Ricans being imported to Hawaii for the pineapple. How fucked up is that? And then, of course, you know, Puerto Rican jigs come in all shades and colors. You know they're mixing up that thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So, Mr. Holloway, you might be one of us. I think so.
I believe he is.
I believe even
has so
Justin
much fire,
Gage is one of us.
Oh yeah. It has to be though.
Because
He is what he
there's
is.
no way you can be that humble. You know, he got knocked out quite some time. Nobody thought he was gonna beat Ilya Tapora, and he fucked him
Oh, yeah, he
up.
fucked him up. Yeah.
Left his face all kinds of swollen, man.
Because they didn't think he was gonna actually beat his ass.
And you know why you did that to Justin? Because how about Shimi Shai let you do it? He said, "Oh yeah, nah, I like this guy better."
yeah.
That's how he rolls, baby.
Yeah.
He'll get you fucked up for no goddamn reason. For real, baby.
Oh, that's how it is though. Yeah. That's how it is. Though. You would think that you got it in the bag though, and then boom.
And that's exactly what was going on. Ilya Tapora was like, I don't even think you should step in the ring. But that's what kills you is the fucking confidence level.
Oh yeah.
It's hard, man, because you built up your skills and then you built up your confidence. So you don't have a choice.
Yeah, because the Most High let that with Mike Tyson though. Remember how he was though, and then he started getting beat up,
and then busted
his ass. Yeah, because his mom died that night, I believe, right? And he had all that
emotional damage.
Emotional damage though. And he fucked him up. He fucked up Mike Tyson.
Hey, both of those guys are emotional damage.
Yeah.
Both of those fuckers.
Yeah, that's why. Well, with what's his name? With his coach died, Cuss
Demont.
Yeah, so he had all that in him though, Mike Tyson. So that's why he was able to fuck all these fools up, right? But then now when his time came back though,
not better than not. He didn't have more of that than Buster had, because Cuss DeMarcus, he was a good guy. He taught you much, and he was a real good guy. I don't think guys like that are white. I think they're fake.
Yeah.
But Buster lost his mama.
Same night.
You think about losing your fucking mama. Even I think about losing my mama. I get all teary-eyed.
Yeah.
You know? It's just, and then you have a fight, and then you get knocked down, and then you're like, oh, mama, I can't let you. And that's what he said, too. Buster said that.
Oh, yeah? Oh,
he said he got knocked down, and he talked to his mom when he was down, and he said, I can't let this happen.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Boom! You see how motivation works?
It's crazy, but it's the truth, though. It's
So what's motivating us? Well, the world's coming to an end. That should be one thing.
You know, it's crazy though. Camps yesterday, Pastor Hart said like he said originally he wanted to name instead of before it was called Great Millstone, he was gonna call the End of the World though. Yeah, he said it was gonna call End of the World, but he said through the Spirit, of course, it was called Great Millstone.
Yeah.
You know, but he wanted originally he said that he wanted to name it End of the World though. So I'm like, that
Yeah.
makes sense though.
Now let's get Psalm 60.
Can I get this
Yeah,
real quick?
please.
Matthew 5 and 13 it says, "Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost its savior, wherewith shall it be salted?" Which the Savior Yahushua. It is therefore good for nothing but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men. We're the salt of the earth, man. Even if we're on low state, though, we're still fucking salt, man. We got flavor.
Yeah, flavor. Beautiful. How important is salt? Well, it's very important.
And then you can't even put too much of it either.
Yeah, you can't put too much.
It's a balance.
But guess what? Salt is such a beautiful thing because you could be dehydrated and they'll put an IV back, and that shit is nothing but salt. It's called saline.
Oh yeah.
And that'll restore you back to health.
Yeah, because my woman's dad though, he gave us a bag of salt and something else though. But he's like, mix it together. Yeah, I think that's what it is. And he's like, water.
And
Good.
Cal is what the fuck is English?
Yeah, how do you say that in English though? Because I believe that's what he gave us though.
Yeah.
And mix it together.
I'm sorry, people, but it's not happening. It's not gonna happen. So can you give
what was it?
Psalm 68 and 35, and I'll read Psalm 68 and 19. This is Psalm 68 and 19 in the KJV. Blessed be Yahweh, who daily loaded us with benefits, even power of our salvation. Selah. So Yahweh Shai, man, he is the salt of the earth because think about this. When he died, that's when we got the Holy Spirit. That's the salt, right? Try to cook a motherfucking meal without no salt. Ain't nobody gonna eat that. So you have to have flavor. What are you guys doing up here? Well, this is the salt, if you want to say it. Because what was he asking about?
Ropes, garments.
I don't know what he said.
Yeah, he
but
said
we
ropes,
have the same type, right?
Yeah.
So he knows that we're a team. And at first I was like, what the fuck? But like he just asked, and I was like, okay. So if the conversation would have continued and he left, I would have said, hey, what do you think about the mark of the beast? Because right now is the important part. Because if we're blessed by Yahushua, who daily blesses us. Remember that prayer? Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Let us not trespass against others. Forgive us our daily bread, right? Forgive us. Lead us not into temptation. Amen, right? Our daily bread. It's always a daily bread, but sometimes we forget because we're getting fucked up, man.
Yeah.
We're getting fucked up and we get so fucking frustrated, man. It's so fucking horrible. And then you decide to give up on everything, and then guess what? Right when you decide to give up on everything, that's when the blessings come in, bro. Because you can't be, look, if you're fighting, if you're a boxer and you think that jab's coming, you're never gonna parry it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You're never gonna parry it because you think it's coming. It has to come, and then you think, okay, now I can parry it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because there's a difference between I'm waiting for the jab, you get hit with everything else because you're just waiting for that jab.
Yep.
You're just waiting for that fucking left hand to pop off, and it's gonna come this way, but you're not paying attention to everything else, right?
Yep. That's true.
So we're not doing
that lever shot.
Oh man, and then some people have a long guard, right? Some people have a short guard, but the best way to throw a jab is from right here. Boom, it's already out there. Yeah, right. So what's the best time to catch a blessing? When you don't expect it. Sure, pray for that blessing, expect the blessing, but give yourself a break, man. Because if you're not ready for it, you're not gonna get it. You're only gonna get it when you're ready. And Psalm 68 and 35 will be the last one.
Psalm 68 and 35 it says, "O God, thou art terrible, out of thy holy places, the power of Israel, he that giveth strength and power unto his people," says in his people, blessed be power though.
He is terrible, right? That's the first thing David said. Oh power, thou art terrible. So the first phrase is, oh God. So that's Alahayim. That's the cherries, right? That's all the other angels and all the demons, all the powers used together to make the universe, right? So he said, oh power, thou art terrible. Rightfully so. Remember those 185,000 Syrian soldiers that died in one night?
Oh yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. The works. Look at even the time of Egypt though. When the split though, the Gulf, the Red Sea split.
That was amazing.
It was a miracle for us, but it was terrible for them.
It was a terrible miracle. Let's say that.
Yeah.
Because things like that are not supposed to happen, right? And that's why back then the whole world was afraid.
They knew about
They knew. But now they're not afraid of us because they know that we lost our connection. But we have a connection and we're regaining it. So they're starting to be afraid again.
Yeah. Because like I said, dude came up though. He was just out of curiosity though. What's going on though. But you see, when things started happening like that, is people start questioning, like asking though, like, what are you guys doing? Like, what are you guys doing?
Maybe it's important to ask.
Yeah, like what? Like, I'm just curious though. So therefore, we're being the light out here. If it's a light for you to be shining on though, it's on you though. Well, it's on the Lord better yet though to give it to you. But if it's not, then it's either you're gonna receive as either good or bad. In other words,
And remember, it's always important. When you make an application to a company, you always check up on it, right? Check up on the Lord. How you doing, Lord? I know I asked you to do this, and to me it seems like a real big task. But I know you got it. And you don't want to know how I know? Because when I was going through my struggle, I was asking for job. And now I got like fucking 10 interviews. I already got 2 jobs. And I don't know why the fuck I'm having another interview because I'm not going to be able to have that job.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you're waiting and anticipating for it, it just keeps getting loaded up.
Yeah. That's right.
How am I going to work 3 jobs? And I still don't got that job that was promised to me. That's going to be 4 fucking jobs. I ain't even...
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And I'm still going to go to school. God damn.
So it's a lot. Yeah.
But all those things I need. But I'm so blessed. I can be like, I don't want to
choose.
I got to get rid of something.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get rid of the first one. I already have a second one. And I'm going to have a third one. I have an interview on Monday with 2 fucking companies.
So all those blessings were just stacking up for the brother,
Because I didn't let them come. I was so worried about being worried that I had to do something.
Yeah.
I had to do something.
Yeah.
But now, guess what? Now I definitely got 2 jobs. That's for sure. So I'm already fucking. All my days already fucked up. But guess what? It's because I don't want to go through that again.
Yeah.
I don't want to go through that again.
That's why with you, my job, bro. Like I don't want to call off though, man. Ever since I started working, I haven't called off though. And then last week though, I had like a stomach pain, a bug or something, right? And it was just like one of those where it hurts though, right? And I still want to work like that, man. But even throughout the day, yeah, I was suffering though. But then the end of the night though came out, I was like, man, it was just that day, man. It was just one of those days, man. And I just left it alone.
And that's the whole lesson.
Yeah. Because just wait, you're during the time you don't want to go through it, but you have to go through it because now the next Saturday, which yesterday I worked though, was easy peasy, man. Easy peasy, man. And thinking about that day that I suffered was like, man, today can't compare to last week how I suffered,
And I
makes you stronger.
I can't complain about my job being hard. It's not.
Yeah, and mine either, bro. So the good thing is, like I said though, that we're able to come out, that we were able to come out though. I had enough, I had today I'm off today, and I had time to come out here,
Yeah.
So,
but the thing is, sometimes it's hard to come out.
Yeah.
Like especially during the week. If you're working during the week, you're not coming out. I mean, I understand that brothers have days off during the week, but when you work the whole week, like 5 days in a row, you're extra tired.
oh yeah, and that's how I was when I was working as a gardener over there at Harris. I worked Monday through Friday, and remember we had camps on Thursdays. I was like, damn, I wish
You were counting the minutes, right?
Yeah,
Counting the seconds.
you know, because I had camp out here, right? But I'm not tripping though, you know. It's a duty, and the next day I still had to go to work. It would have been easier um, if if
Like
camp
today?
Friday though, yeah, right? Today off today, or it was Friday. I just had a camp though, but at least the next day I'm off though, you know. But nah, it was Thursday and it's Friday. I still had to work the next day, so like that humbles me, you know, because I went through that shit, man, for a whole year, over a year, and I was doing it though, you know. So now that you know what I mean, I'm off those days, you know, Thursdays and Sundays though, and I'm able to come out though. I had no excuse though, so it makes it, you know, I've been through it, man. So I know how it is though, you know.
And it's important to suffer like the scripture said, especially Zechariah. You know, I will put you through the furnace of affliction,
Yeah,
struggling, misfortune, this and that. And it teaches you to appreciate the things that you have and the things that you need and the things that you want, right?
Exactly.
Puts you in perspective.
Yeah, because that made me. I wanted all. I say I wanted all the things though, but I wanted things. But then look now, I'm like, I don't even care for them anymore. The
Exactly.
things I wanted, I don't even care for them. I don't really give a fuck about them anymore.
And then you're gonna get them anyways.
Yeah,
That's how it works, folks.
yeah,
You people call it manifesting through the universe. The reality of it is just prayers being answered by the Heavenly Father through His Holy Son, Yahushua, by the Holy Spirit, and the chariots. In those spaceships, there's angels and demons. Those are just angels, all of them, really. They're just categories of good angels and bad angels, and they're not bad or good. They're just trying to do the work of the Lord.
they're doing their job. Yep.
And most importantly, appreciate your struggle. Brother, appreciate your struggle. Because that's going to make you a brand new you.
Tough as you are, man.
An important you. The part of you that needs to grow, because the part of you that needs to grow is safe, right? And if it's safe, it's not going to grow. You have to put yourself in some sort of danger. Right? I bet you when we were coming out of Egypt, we were worried about what are we going to eat.
Yeah. What are we gonna survive? How it's gonna deal with it?
We don't got doctors. We don't got the things that we're used to. Okay, we're used to those things because we were slaves.
Yeah. And it's the same thing here in America.
We're telling you that you don't have to be a slave. Although you're still a slave. Like we're slaves. We're slaves to House and we're damn sure slaves to the fucking country. Because we got the SS card, we got the driver's license, we got contracts, baby. Like you said, we got contracts. And this contract lasts forever. Especially with the house. But the good book says, you know, if you have believing masters, work hard for them.
You know, motherfuckers work hard for the master's degree.
Oh man, that's a perfect example. But now work hard for the master.
Yeah.
And he'll bless you ever so. You know, so with that, I hope you guys were edified. Till the next time, shalom. But we're going to give all praise and glory to Yahweh. Shalom.